got some news for the Cincinnati Reds and their reliever Amir Garrett, who's their best reliever. You probably heard that name before. This dude beat the hell out of three Pirates players at the dugout before he ended up getting mobbed by a team. He's always barking at players. Well, let me tell you something, Mari. He got suspended 7 games, which is a lot, which is a while, for inciting an incident with the Cubs. So basically, what ended up happening, Mario, was um he struck out Anthony Rizzo, right? And he started screaming at him, right? Usually some pitchers do that, but he kind of took it a little bit too far. But then he started saying something to Javier Baez, which sparked a bench clearing incident. Nobody was fighting or anything. It just people were fired up. They were all tense and stuff like that. And as a result, Garrett is appealing the suspension, which I mean I would too if I'm in that situation. And as a result, he will be eligible to continue playing until they make the decision. So when they make the decision, we will give you an update on that, like we did with the Nick Castellanos thing, which is kind of similar to this. Um, yeah, Mar, you know what? I'm gonna go first with this one. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. It can't get any stupider than this. All right, and before I continue, um, this article was written by Jesse Rogers, who was an ESPN staff writer. So yeah, I don't think the suspension is just. I think this is a stupid suspension. I really do. MLB has not been doing a good job with this type of stuff. We talked about the Nick Castellano situation, how that was a pretty stupid suspension. We've talked about other leagues. We just talked about the NHL with their fine with the Rangers on how that was pretty stupid. But this is just one of the dumbest ones I think I've seen. Right? Like, I mean, if he started a fight and he actually like went after guys like he did with the Pirates, I get that. I would understand that. But 7 games because you're screaming at a guy? I mean, come on now, dude. Like fine, I get that. One game, but like, how many pitchers scream at the batter? Suspend them. Trevor Bauer does it all the time with his funky walk and he screams at them. Suspend that guy. You're not gonna do it though, because he's Trevor freaking Bauer. No, come on now. This is just getting ridiculous. And you know what? If I'm Amir Garrett in the situation, yeah, I'm appealing this. Now, obviously, am I saying what he did was right? No. Obviously, I think he took the yelling a little bit too far this time. He was literally screaming at them. He was like screaming as he was walking away. There's a video on it. I'll put it in the description down below for you guys. And obviously, yeah, you're absolutely right. He took it too far, and obviously, I think he got thrown out of that game as well. I'm not so sure, but I know he did start that situation. But I mean, 7 games just for screaming at somebody. Come on now. Like, the MLB is not really doing a good job when it comes to situations. I know the umpires this year have been absolutely atrocious. Now, they always are, but this year it's just like they're not even trying to cover it up. They're just terrible. They've made some pretty stupid rules as well with the automatic runner on second base in extra innings. Like, I don't like that rule. A lot of people don't. I'm not really a big fan of the new rule that they're trying to implement in the Atlantic League with moving the mound back. I'm not really a big fan of that either. So, there are some things that we agree to disagree on, but in my opinion, I don't think the MLB is really doing a good job with setting some rules or suspensions or whatever, and it's just backfiring against them. There's been a lot of complaints, Mario. There's been a lot of players complaining about the umpires and certain rules. Tony Robusto was just talking about how he was completely unaware of this the extra innings rule with the runner on second base. Like, I don't blame him. It's a pretty stupid rule, but this is just a pure example of like MLB. Like, it's an MLB WTF moment. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's I don't know, dude. Like, one game suspension, fine. I don't mind that, but 7 games just for screaming at somebody? Come on now. It's just a really stupid suspension. So you know what? I'll just end it like this, all right? I hope Amir Garrett and the MLB can figure this out. And if you want to keep this guy suspended and you want to appeal it, just either get rid of it or drop it. Or drop the amount of games he gets suspended for. I don't know. I really don't. But with that being said, best of luck to Amir Garrett and the Cincinnati Reds. Best of luck to the MLB. I hope they can figure this out. Same thing with the Cubs. Best of luck. They just swept the Dodgers, the reigning, defending, undisputed world champion Dodgers. So best of luck to them. And yeah, we'll just see how this out. And if there is an update on this, again, we'll let you guys know. But other than that, that's really all I can say about this.
It's always the Reds.
That's what I mean, dude.
It's just the Reds. First it was Nick Castellanos, now it's Amir Garrett. Look, you said everything that I completely agree with. I agree with you 100%, nothing less. Absolutely, I completely agree with you. This is just a stupid suspension. Again, if it was one game, I'd understand it, because again, we don't know what he said. He probably would have sworn it. But then on the other hand, too, if you look at that bench, Nate, They're holding back Javier Baez, and he's flicking him the bird.
Was
So like,
going nuts, dude.
I mean, obviously he's angry. I understand it, but like, I mean, I understand it. You know, I'm not. I wouldn't be too happy if somebody's talking junk to me like that. But like, I mean, come on, let's be real here. As long as I'll say this, if he said anything like derogatory, like anything racist, anything like you know what I'm saying, like anything like
Yeah, that'd be more understandable.
sexist, whatever, then yeah, I completely understand it. But again, it doesn't say anything in that article regarding what he said. He probably struck the dude out and started yelling at him and swearing at him, or he probably just told him like I'm regular things that like cocky athletes tell each other, like sit the f down, or you know what I'm saying. But like, come on, 7 games, really? You can argue that the Nick Castellano situation might have been not the Nick Castellano situation wasn't even bad, but you can argue that that might have been like a little bit worse. You know what I'm saying? And he only got like what 2 4 games?
Yeah, like 2 games.
Yeah, but even that's a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The fact that he gets 7 games this week, that's ridiculous. No punches were thrown. The bench is cleared and separated everybody before anything could ever happen. It just doesn't make any sense, Nate. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've seen fights in the MLB before, and they've gotten less game suspensions than this. Like didn't Joe Kelly, like back when he got into that fist fight with the New York Yankee, didn't he get a less of a
I
penalty than
was
this?
just gonna mention that. I think him and Tyler Austin got because remember how Tyler Austin cleared him and whatnot, then Joe Kelly ended up hitting him
Yeah.
and then he went after Joe Kelly. They both got 7 games, but then I think Tyler Austin's got reduced to like 4 or 5 games. I
Yeah,
think
so
that's what it was.
these two actually fought and like threw punches at each other.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me Amir Garrett gets suspended 7 games for yelling? Come on, like this is just childish now. The MLB and we talked about with the NHL, they're being soft when it comes to this
They
type of stuff.
definitely are.
They're being soft, and then when the other stuff that like is supposed to be important, they don't press down on it. Like serious situations, they just don't press down on it. Like honestly, Nate, every single sports league I think I've had a problem with. I'm gonna be honest. I keep mentioning them every single topic we had, but I'm gonna continue doing it one more time. The one league that I do not have one problem with is the UFC. That's it. That's the only league that I feel like is got their priorities in check. That's it. Everything else, though, Nate, like, come on. Let's punish a guy 7 games for yelling, or let's punish a team $250,000 for expressing their opinions. Come on now.
Or let's put the ball at the 1 yard line in overtime. That was a
Yeah,
pretty good rule.
yeah. I mean, like, look, man. I don't know. Again, best of luck to Amir Garrett. I do want him to win this appeal because I absolutely think this suspension is stupid. So best of luck to him. Again, hopefully the MLB can figure this situation out and they can solve it. And again, I'm just going to be honest. These suspensions have gone way too far, and I think they've been absolutely ridiculous.